Hi, and welcome to Wow Talk. I'm Donna Capacity, a thriving cancer survivor.
And I'm her naturopathic doctor, Darlene Gustin. We're here to encourage, educate, and empower you on your journey to optimum wellness. Hi, welcome. And today we're back with a guest we've had on previously. We have Yasmin Bleik, life coach, who had a great session with us a little while back. And we wanted her to come back to do a little bit of a deeper dive on how life coaches deal with stress, because that's a really popular topic, isn't it?
It is. And thank you so much for having me back. I'm really excited for today.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're excited to have you, so thank you. All right.
So stress today.
Yes. What does a life coach do with a stressed out person?
I think the issue with stress is we always try to manage it or get rid of it. Sometimes stress is not the worst thing. They always say positive stress helps you keep going, helps you be more resilient, helps you grow, achieve. And I agree with this, as long as it's temporary. And I think you, in one way or another, we have the same belief about it. So as long as temporary, that's great, because it's like your body making you on an overdrive mode. Again, temporary. But the issue with stress is when it's a long-lasting stress. And the problem is, I will steal this from you, Darlene. When we deal with stress, we deal with it as a symptom and not root cause. Mm-hmm. So if you're stressed for a very long time, what you will end up doing, probably go for yoga, meditation, sleeping hours, cold shower. All of this is great. Absolutely. And I do it myself, and I think it's a very useful tool. But what is stress trying to tell us? There are messages behind this stress when it's on a long period of time. And I think this is what we need to pay attention to. This is the root cause. It's not always bad. It's just we need some awareness to understand why are we stressed. So are we stressed because we have lack of boundaries? Are we stressed because we have constant people-pleasing personality? Or are we stressed because we have misalignment with our values? Because if we don't reach these root causes or these actual reasons why we're stressed, what will happen is we will go to the yoga, the meditation, will feel better. 2 days after these attempts, again, stress is not gone. So let's go dig deeper and try to understand what is stress trying to tell us.
Well, and here's my question, though. How do we know when we have chronic stress? Like, how do we know that?
You do a urine sample.
That's the doctor. That's the doctor.
Your adrenals and all.
4-point cortisol saliva test.
Okay.
It does show.
That I do know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking someone like myself, for instance, sometimes I wonder if I'm constantly going on stress, and how will I know when it's good stress versus bad?
Good stress, it will be probably uncomfortable for some time, or it could be, exhausting for some time, but still meaningful. Like, you remember when we talked last episode about the values?
Yes.
And we said, okay, if you are doing living your life to honor your values, you'll feel exhausted a little bit, but there will be meaningful for it. There will be meaning for it. You'll be fulfilled. Mm-hmm. But if it turns into a heavy, prolonged period of time, or you're continuously drained, no matter how many yoga sessions you do or meditation, or you become very reactive, things that never used to bother you earlier, now you just have very low tolerance. So this means that, there's something wrong here. It's not the exhaustion for the big project that I'm working on or the marathon that I'm training for. This is beyond the temporary stress.
Okay.
Yeah. Something came to mind that physiologically in the human body, medically, there's 3 ways that we react to stress, and it's fight, flight, or freeze.
Absolutely.
But I think in life coaching, there's a 4th one I would add to that, which is resolve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've talked to a lot of my patients. A couple of years ago, there was a big flash flood in Burlington, the town next to us.
Yeah.
Remember when that happened? So many of my patients were affected, and some were really stressed out. And I said, the experience was the same. So let's say there was a street that fully flooded unexpectedly, and everybody on the street had a flooded basement, ruined everything.
Yes.
And one family might be ecstatic because they had a 1970s basement. And now the insurance company's giving them a brand new basement. But the neighbors could be a young couple and they barely scraped together every penny. And this was their dream home. And now they feel like it's ruined and it's bad luck, etc., etc. So it wasn't the stressor, the experience itself. It was the way you perceived it.
Yes.
So I find with my patients, one of the biggest things I try to teach them is change your thinking, right? And either, accept what you cannot change what you can, and move on, right?
100%.
Yeah, isn't that a great analogy? I love that story.
I love it because I think it's a lot is in your mindset. Whether change your perception about this is you can accept or this is you cannot accept. If you can change it, it's great. If you cannot, then you need to change your perspective. Another way of thinking about perspective and mindset, we tend to normalize stress, unfortunately, these days, because we're not very clear whether it's stress or me being productive and busy.
Yes.
So that's why we kind of ignore that that's a stress flag, and we glorify the fact that I'm super busy, my schedule is so tough, oh my God, I don't have a time to eat or brush my hair or even wash my hair. That's not okay. We normalize this because we think this is like, no, it's fancy that you're always busy.
Brag about how
Yes, we're so
Brag about it.
productive.
You're so
and look at
productive.
us, and
Look at us.
Look at my time management.
Oh my God, like I'm doing so many things at the same day. Great that you're doing so many things at the same day, but ask yourself a question. If you decide to slow down for any reason, are you starting to feel guilty?
Yeah.
Oh, so no.
I know.
And do you ask yourself, okay, I'm gonna take this holiday after I finish this project, or I'm gonna take this, I don't know, couple of hours next week, and next week never comes and turns into a month and maybe a year?
Yeah.
That we normalize this.
Yes, you're right.
We live in a world that is result driven, and again, productivity is the thing. We don't know how to step back and just clear the noise and reflect and understand what truly matters to us.
Yeah, just to be rather than to do.
I love this.
That's another great one too.
Yeah.
So, Yasmin, can you tell us what is emotional overwhelm and why do people tend to ignore it?
I think people tend to ignore it because what we just said, it looks sexy and glorified when we're always busy and overwhelmed and have a lot on our plate. And we think that just keep going. Just have this extra cup of coffee. Sorry, Darlene, I know we're not supposed to have this extra cup of coffee. But just have this extra cup of coffee. Just go do this, I don't know, take this vitamin supplement or just keep going. No, that's the problem. The attitude of just keep going because you're going to get stronger and you'll be able to do this. Guess what? It doesn't fade away, this overwhelmness or this stress. It actually gets bigger and bigger. You didn't suppress it. Maybe you suppressed it momentarily. Sorry, but it's going to explode in your face one way or another.
Sure.
And I hope when it explodes, it's not physical. People get sick because of this chronic stress.
Of course.
Yeah. So...
Yes, they do. And how does it manifest? How do they get sick?
Man. We have the doctor here, but definitely from a
adrenal
personal
fatigue.
experience, if you have, like I know myself when I forget about it and I'm continuously stressed, my migraines are not normal. I know it's normal to have 1 or 2 migraine attacks per month, but when you start having like 5 or 6, it's not okay because you're a migraine patient, so it's okay to have 5 or 6. No, it's not okay.
Zero.
Yes. It's not okay to have this sleepless night. Maybe it was hot. Maybe I didn't eat well yesterday. Maybe don't normalize the red flags. Yeah, this is what we normally do, because I think we're scared to pause, and we think when we pause we will start believing, oh, there's something wrong. It's not that there is something wrong. It's we want to have this cleanup. Like, we clean our internal system so that we become much more efficient and productive and less reactive towards others. Yeah.
And I think it's also maybe coming more from the expectations of society and modern life, rather than being true to you. Because I think if you stay true to you, no matter how productive you are, or how much sleep you've lost, and like you said, for a period of time, it's actually a source of energy. But there is a time where you need to recharge as well, even if it's positive stress. So medically speaking, in physiology, stress is defined as change. So it could be positive, it could be negative, it could be physical, like training for a marathon. It could be emotional, like things are happening in your relationships, or you're moving, right? Or you're growing a business. So those are all what we call stressors, right? But I know many times I tell my patients, over my whole career, what are the 3 biggest, most successful things that I've seen work on replenishing and calming down a stressed out patient? In this order. Number 1 is rest, starting with good sleep at night. But even like take your lunch break, get your nighttime sleep, take Sundays off, have your vacation, every version of rest. Number 2 is protein. So when we're under stress, we need more protein. And number 3 is change your thinking. So back to the flooded neighbors.
Yes.
Change your thinking.
Different perspective. Look at it from a different way. And I would love to add something about take your rest. When you said Sunday or your holidays, I want to normalize taking rest during the day. And the rest that I'm talking about is not just pulling off your laptop and going home and you're done for the day. No, it is walking outside without your phone, without social media, without distractions. Just be with yourself.
Beautiful.
Just remove the noise for some time. Just take breaks from the daily noise that you get, whether it's a walk on your lunch break or a walk after dinner, or
Beautiful.
could be any different things.
Beautiful.
Well, that sounds like ways you can reset before the burnout happens.
It is the reset, honestly.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are a lot of different ways. For me, it has to do something with the water. Like, I really love to walk by the water
Beautiful.
and just stand like this. Probably if someone passing me is like, what's she doing? Why is she standing? She's not taking any pictures. She's not doing any yoga. She's just standing. It's like, yes, because it's okay to be without noise.
I'm a little bit of a cell phone rebel. I don't have notifications on. That irritates me. I'm going, what makes society think that I should respond this second 24/7?
All the time.
And I don't have my name on call display. Usually
That's
because
right.
I'm calling patients, and I'm afraid of having my cell phone public knowledge to patients, because I would just get so many texts and messages and phone calls 24/7. And I don't work in emergency medicine, and I just couldn't. I would just fry up and die if I was accessible 24/7. And I don't get too much flack for it. I scare people. They go, oh no, I thought it was the bad guy calling.
Yes.
I thought it was a
fall
fraud.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do what works well for you, for yourself.
And when I go on vacation, I tell people, I'm in Cuba. There's no internet.
That's
Because so
great.
many of my patients, they go on vacation and they're still checking in with work. They're still doing stuff. And I remember, I'm not mixed generation. I remember vacations without cell phones and internets, that when you were on vacation, they couldn't find you. They couldn't track you down.
No.
You were unplugged, whether you wanted to be or not. And now the expectation's the other way around. Oh, I better stay in touch. Do you have internet there? You know.
But you know what the problem is when you go on a vacation and you're still connected to the noise? You will not feel refreshed
No.
because
Exactly.
you're still connected to the noise.
Yeah.
And still, it's labeled that you took your vacation. So what benefit did you do to yourself? You took the days off, but you still didn't get the benefit of these days off. So this is actually double trouble.
Yeah.
That's a perfect way to put it. Double trouble.
Yeah.
For sure. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Please let's not glorify being on overdrive 24/7. We're human beings. We're not supposed to be on overdrive all the time. I'd love the small breaks. Don't wait when it's time to break. Take the break so that you can continue what you're doing. So
As a strategy. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
don't drive on an empty tank.
I know.
That's
I
it.
know.
Oh, yes.
I
You
know.
say that all the time.
I do all
Dr.
the time.
Gustin.
Yeah.
I do. I go,
Yeah.
you're driving fast with no gas in the car.
Don't drive on an empty gas.
Yeah.
You're going
Yes.
to ruin this car.
Yeah.
You can do it for some time, but you're eventually going to ruin this car.
Absolutely.
And we have the most expensive cars ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. Got to keep maintaining them.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you again. It was so great to see you again.
Thank you.
here.
And it's always lovely to come back and spend some time with you. How
Thank
grateful
you.
I am.
So are we.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay.
And thank you all for listening. Bye for now.
Bye.